Shalom, beloved family. Shalom, shalom. Family, so today I was reflecting on a past dream I had. A dream that kept reoccurring in my life literally since I was 5 years old. And I was led to go deeper concerning the lions and the bears that I would see in this specific dream. Now, months ago, I had shared this dream publicly on one of the brothers' panels. And I shared this with a few people. But as I reflected today on this dream, I was reminded that Yahuwah right now, he is speaking very loudly and clearly in this hour to us that we need to start paying attention and revisiting past dreams that we had had, so that we are able to receive confirmation and more clarity on what may seem like a blur or what may seem blocked. Because we know that sometimes the enemy tries to cause us to forget our dreams in order to have a delay in our assignments or in our purpose. But whatever it is written in the Shamayim family, whether he wants to try to block our dreams or not, it will come to pass. Now, sometimes what we eat and things we watch can cause this to happen too. So it's important to really start fasting these days, because we know that when Yahuwah speaks, those are some of the ways he speaks to us. Now, let's read some scripture. The word says that David fought against lions and bears, especially the ones that tried to cause harm to his father's flock. And we know David wasn't so-called qualified yet, but he was capable and he was chosen to defend and deliver through Yahuwah's provision. Now, this happens to parallel to what occurred in my dream, but at that time I had this dream, I had no clue who Yahuwah was. I was 5 years old, and even as I got older, I still was not in the truth of knowing who Yahuwah was. But I knew that the Most High existed. And so in this dream, I was always trying to save my mother and my sister while fighting these lions and bears off. And I didn't even realize how I was able to lift them up and carry them away from that chaos and from that danger of these animals. But Yahuwah was with me, and so I was able. And so now here we are 30 years later, and I now realize and understand with clarity this dream I had. Wow. I mean, this is just truly amazing. And so I do understand that when warfare increases in our lives, family, it is because we are that much closer to the fulfillment and the understanding of what our purpose truly is, and for the breakthroughs that are to come. Family, I want to read some scripture. It says, "And David said to Shaul, 'Let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight this Philistine.' And Saul said to David, 'You are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth.' And David said unto Shaul, 'Your servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of his flock. And I went out after him, and I smote him, and I delivered it out of his mouth. And when he rose up against me, I caught him by his beard and smote him. I slew him. Your servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing that he has defied the armies of the living Akilah. David said, moreover, Yahuwah has delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear. He will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine, said Shaul unto David. And Yahuwah be with you. And Shaul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. And that was read, family, from 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 37 to 38. Now, reading this, we know that David had an experience with a lion and a bear. And this illustration showed us his faith and his reliance on Yahuwah's protection. But as I was reading this, I also was blessed with another revelation. It said that this Philistine that David had to fight against was a man of war from his youth. But David was not. And so, family, even when we apply that to our lives, we were born innocent. We are born of love. We were born of love, but the enemy, since we were younger, has always warred against us because of our purpose in life that will soon come to pass. Even for many of us, these assignments, these purposes, Yahuwah's will shall come to pass. And so this is why life's been hard. So I just wanted to point that out. And so Shaul was one who had to equip David with physical armor to fight in this battle. But we know that Yahuwah will equip us spiritually to win the battle. It is a divine covering. And so this is a reminder that, family, you are all covered. And whatever is considered unqualified by the world, know that that is not your story, and that we are fully equipped and we are overqualified. Now, we have to constantly ensure that we're adding to our faith. And these trials and tests that we go through allows us to do so. We have to also remind ourselves that of Yahuwah's truth and rely on his truth. We have to trust in him, even when we feel like we are rejected, when we feel not qualified. Okay? So David uses these past occurrences that he fought the lion and bears as evidence that Yahuwah will help him also to defeat Goliath. And this demonstrates Yahuwah's provision and how he equips his people to face future challenges and trials, family. And so we know that even though this is my own personal dream with the lion and the bear and having to defeat those lions and bears to help my mother and my sister, family, I was led to share this because many of us, even if you didn't have the dream about a lion or bear, many of us have to also step into our purpose, and we have to take the assignment that we were given, and we have to fight against whatever it is that is going against us right now. We have to fight back in the spirit. We have to know that whether it's whatever it is in your life personally, or even if it's something that involves more people, right? It could be within ministries, whatever it is, know that you are going to be coming out strong. The battle will be won, family, because of Yahushua HaMashiach. Family, all of these things is just encouragement to us about how Yahuwah will protect us. He will protect us in our own lives and for the lives of others. Okay? David was protected while trying to protect his father's flock. And I was protected while trying to protect my loved ones. And many of you are going to also be protected while doing things you were called to do also. Whether it's to protect children, strangers, your family, whatever it is. If you are a leader amongst us, if you are someone that is supposed to lead the flock, Yahuwah is going to make sure you're equipped to do that. You know, even when you're facing seemingly unsurmountable obstacles, you are going to come out strong. Okay? So let us say this. Let us say, and all this assembly shall know that Yahuwah saves not with sword and spear, for the battle is Yahuwah's, and he will give you into our hands. So we need to understand that we have to revisit whatever dreams, whatever visions we have recorded, and we need to ask Yahuwah for more instruction and clarity, because it doesn't matter how long ago it was. If it's something that keeps coming up into your conscience, Ask Yahuwah, show me more. What does this mean, Abba? And this will not only help you have a relationship with him, but maybe this is your assignment. Maybe this is your purpose for this season. And it keeps coming back because you have not fulfilled that purpose yet. It has not been fulfilled. And so sometimes things can pause and come back later before you have to elevate. You have to make sure you dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Just elevate, and we want to do Yahuwah's will. So know that if Yahuwah has called you, then he will also fully equip you to do every good work through Yahushua HaMashiach, family. That's all. Shalom.
Dream where I saw like these bears and lions, and I forget the sister's name, but she just mentioned that she saw lions and bears. So instantly I said, wow, I said, that's something that I've seen. So I was always trying to help my sister and my mother when I would have that dream.